Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing my Blackjack's lab. Um, this is a tool where you can normally play Blackjack, or you can analyze every single detail of your play, or you can go to every indirect advantage you can gain as well. So we're going to be starting off with the campaign mode. Obviously, as you can see, this is just a normal game. These are the characters. These are the AI bots. They make decisions differently. They all have a different logic, and I've made their difficulty. So one of them might count cards. One of them might be omnipotent towards the deck. But yeah, ultimately they are all slaves of luck at the end of the day. But the main gameplay works. For example, we have an 18 right here. This character has 80 chips. The minimum is 10. They have bet 10. If we click resolve, they have 100 chips now. So the main gameplay loop works. That's the main thing. But the most important part is that the logic is sound for every single detail of this game, and it reflects the real blackjack game very, very accurately. For example, we have a blackjack right here, 59. They should get a blackjack. And yes, as you can see, the chips are given accurately. There are multiple AI bots you can choose from, all with different logics and play styles. You can even simulate what would happen in as many games as you'd like. You can see how much someone would gain, someone would lose, and yeah. But the main thing is not the game itself. This is just an accessory for the actual meat of this project. I would like to note though, in the settings you can change the seat and stuff, add the music. I found whatever cool copyrighted music I could have, the deck size, all that stuff. I set it to 3, so there are 3 seats now. But yeah, let's get on with the main meat of this project. So you can have an opening deal here. So all these cards, 21, 14, and an 8. If you click analytical mode, it's going to carry it. I'm not gonna have the music on just so you guys can hear me better. So right here, you can see all the cards, everything was carried over. Here, it shows you the odds for anything you might do. So this person has a 93.5% chance of winning and a 6.5% chance of push. They of course have 0% chance of losing because they have a hard 21. Let's look at this character. It's at 14. So if they stand now, that's their odds of winning. If they hit once, they should have hit because their odds of winning would have been higher. But this character is not the smartest. I programmed them so they will make mistakes unless you choose the highest difficulty characters. And as you can see, if you click what to do, it'll just tell you outright what the best option is. It'll tell you what the best option is here. This person should 100% stand, and I put the different effects for that as well. Now, one extra thing I'd like to point out is that, like, you could see what you're playing in real life and see, for example, let's say you drew a 9 and a 5. That's another 14. Let's try 9 and an 8. 17. So this will tell you exactly what to do. These are all the informations. It's taking all of the deck into account, and it's going to tell you exactly what to do. So with this, you're better off standing. Now, you might not necessarily win, but it's your best odds, statistically speaking. It takes the high-low into account. Another thing is this takes the high-low count into account as well. So let's say the dealer actually drew a different set of cards. Let's say he drew a 10. And let's change the high-low count. You can do it right here. You can set the deck to anything you want, reduce any numbers, burn a random amount of cards, make it high heavy, low heavy, or you can edit it directly. So let's put this as 50 and see how our odds change right here. So as you can see, the odds have changed impactfully. And even for this individual. But yeah, because this takes everything into account, everything is 100% accurate. Yeah. Let's see. Here you would have to say if you want to stand or play. We're standing here. let's take a hit. Since we're standing, let's just play the dealer, and looks like the dealer wins. Even with the best strategy, sometimes you lose. This does not carry over, so you can make whatever changes you want here, give them whatever amount of cards you want, change it however you want, and it doesn't carry over to the campaign mode. So this remains untouched. Now, if you go over analytical mode, you go over to campaign mode, you learn all the tricks, that's still not going to be enough to win all the time. And I've promised you good odds, and I intend to deliver. So what we can do right now is go to the Devil's Den. Here, when you first enter, you'll be given a contract by the devil himself. He's gonna ask for half of your soul. If you agree, you put your fingerprint right here, and if you bind it with blood, it carries your deck from the campaign mode here, so you can test it out directly. So we'll go ahead and bind it right here. I have a lot of blood to go around, and let's enter the table. So right here, as you can see, 267. Right here, 267. The cards carry over magnificently. And so what happens here, for example, you see any cards the dealer might deal out. So you see the dealer deal out a 10. You click the 10, it's out. And everything updates accordingly. You see him give a 6, you take it out. You can just keep going, and the odds will change accordingly. So let's exhaust all the 6. Let's take out all these 10s. As you can see, the numbers update in real time. You can change this. Right now it's normal, high, low. You can change that as well. But if for some reason you can't use this app, I do have a practicing tool for you to use as well. You can go into the settings and change all the details, any method of counting you'd like. I just recommend high, low because it's super simple and super easy. The display cards, that's not really important. Here you can choose if you want to repeat the missed card or skip it. For now, since we're keeping this fast, I will skip it. So let's start the drill, and we'll just skip it. As you can see, all the cards come, and depending on your choices, the cards go around. So that was 10 cards. I got 3 of them correct, ironically, just going by them super fast. But yeah, this will help you keep track of the high-low count, and you can do that and change that in analytical mode, or if you know what you're doing, go with that information, and you're going to win more often than not. But there's also another very, very popular and important method. So in this method, the first one I would just like to show you with a full deck. So right here, these are all the cards that are in play, randomly placed around, and this is a practice round, so there is no bleeding right now. So let's put 9 to, for example, 10. Let's say this is one full shuffle, and you shuffle all the packets. So the thing that happens in casinos is that sometimes they keep the shuffles the same. So the robot, when it's reshuffling the cards, it keeps them in like packs of 30, for example. You shuffle that around, and you just attempt to find it again. I believe it was this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that was a correct match. And now it's the actual correct one. This was just a practice. But in a normal casino, there's a 20% bleed. So, for example, the king and the 10, like those ones might change around swap spots like really slightly. So the solution for that most people go with is to keep track of the aces. So if you're seeing someone play the aces, just remember the 3 cards before an ace. That's the best method to go about it. And of course, let me show you the professional hub as well. The professional hub keeps the shuffle counter as low as possible. But yes, in the ace tracking mode, it's just going to keep dealing cards, and whenever you think an ace is coming, you're supposed to call ace, so you know. And this one, for example, ace 4-3-4. So 4-3-4 before an ace. If you go here, you can find. Oh, it's right here. That's very lucky. Yes, it's right there. And yeah, if you keep track of the aces, that way you know what the shuffle is going to look like, and you literally know what the dealer is going to deal. You have an immutable advantage, and you're going to win so many more times than not. This is why people get kicked out of casinos if you know all this stuff. And if you're confused about anything, I have very good tutorials that I've worked a lot on. It's going to show you exactly what this stuff is with a seated deck. We're going to shuffle it, and it's going to select it, and it's going to be a correct match. And for example, let's go to card counting. There's a tutorial right here. There's an individual tutorial for every single page, and it has a seated amount. So you can see this one has the house edge, this one has the player edge. So I went through all these tutorials. If you're confused about anything, these tutorials will help you, and then revert back to whatever you had beforehand. There's also the devil's hints. Now, these are other groups of indirect ways you can gain an advantage in blackjack, but I couldn't think of a good game or something to come up with them, so I have left them all right here. So you can just browse through them at your own leisure and hopefully get better at blackjack. Now, that was it. That's the entire thing. The rest of this, I'm going to talk about why I've made this app. It's mainly because when I go to blackjack, I see so many hopeless faces. I see so many people going in there with like shaking hands. Sorry, my OBS cut off. So yeah, I made this because I see so many people going in there with like shaking hands. They can't afford to lose this. They take out a loan and they think they're gonna double it, and they just instantly lose it. And I can literally see the soul leave their body, and I feel so devastated seeing their reaction. So I've made this hopefully to help those people. I want to see everyone succeed and everyone win. I hate seeing it when people lose it. Like I can see the tears forming in their eyes. Like you should not be doing that. But hopefully with this app, if it reaches the target audience and they use it, they learn how to play responsibly before going in there and just throwing it away. It can help them win as much as possible and get anything they've lost back. Yeah, as you can see here, he did a split. We have that feature as well. So, yeah, if you guys have any feedback for me, because this is linked directly to my GitHub, I can update it like instantly, and it should be updated for literally everyone. So yeah, try and break it, see if you can find any errors, and I'll be more than happy to fix it. But I've went through the logic multiple times myself. It should be accurate, everything about it. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.